This morning, 2 fallen officers are being honored at the Nebraska Law Enforcement Memorial in Grand Island at Fonner Park at 10 a.m. This annual event gathers the law enforcement community, state leaders, family members, and the public to pay respects to those fallen. This year, they're paying respects to Trooper Kyle McCasey and Corrections Officer Colby Babber. Governor Jim Pillen and Attorney General Mike Hilgers will provide opening remarks. Executive Director of the Nebraska Crime Commission, Brian Tuma, will deliver law enforcement reflections, and Colonel Brian Waugh of the Nebraska State Patrol will give the keynote address. This event is open and free to the public.